Welcome to another of One Mind Beer Reviews. My name is Zeb.
My name's Daniel.
And today we're drinking from Green Wolf Brewing in Middleburgh, New York. They're Pindar's Imperial IPA. This is 9% alcohol, and Dad grabbed this while he was down in Middleburgh.
I did. I went to Green Wolf last week. Well, by the time you see this, it could be
Like several months
later. But neat place. They had they had 4 beers on tap. This was one of them I drank. I believe Pindar's was, if I remember correctly, Pindar's was like one of the original hop growers in the area in the 1800s or something in their area.
I like that.
Neat little story. I guess the guy who runs Green Wolf is a big history buff too, you know, for local history there. So I drank a flight of 4 while there. I gotta say I wasn't crazy about 3 of them. I drank the what was it?
I don't know, I wasn't there. The revolutionary one you liked?
No, it was the whiskey.
Oh, the whiskey porter.
The whiskey porter. Wait, what? Must have made quite an impression. Now, whiskey porter was a standout, but I couldn't get it in a growler. They're like, well, no, this is almost kicked, so we can't give it to you. So that was a bummer.
That's too bad.
So I bought a couple. Like in my frustration, I grabbed a couple bottles that they had.
So this is right away. This is a dark IPA.
So this is an IPA. It's a dark
Double IPA, and it's like red. Like it looks like it could be a red IPA.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. It is a very dark red IPA.
Had a pretty minimal head. I poured it pretty vigorously.
It seems to be the case with well, the 2 that we tried thus far, and the ones I had down there.
It does smell good. I smell. I've read that paper right now that's in my brain. I smell butterscotch.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Kind of an unusual thing for an IPA.
No, but it's a great smell. I smell kind of like butterscotch. I get some generic fruitiness. They didn't actually say that for the aroma, but I smell butterscotch.
All right. They're saying honey, apricot, and slightly floral.
I could get behind floral.
Yeah.
I get sweetness. I'm attributing it to. I say it smells more like butterscotch than honey, but I could see that. Let me smell this honey that's right here now.
It's funny because I've always thought, and from what I've read, that butterscotch was a negative thing.
You know, you're right. Yeah, it's
DMS or diacetyl or something.
Yeah, it has something to do with like over fermented yeast normally.
Yeah.
Or yeast that gets too hot.
So unless you're, looking for that flavor or something.
I don't know, man. I love that smell.
It does smell good. Splash Lanta.
But you're right. I remember reading that and tasting beer. Woo!
What's that woo for?
It's alcohol-y.
Oh yeah. Did you say that?
I don't think I did. It's 9%.
9%. So yeah, it's alcohol.
It's got like alcohol slickness.
As usual, I'm not gonna say too much because I want to see what his take is on it. Having already tried it,
okay.
And have my own opinion. His being said.
Well, I get a lot of malt, which for double IPA is weird. I get a lot of like caramel, maybe even like some earthiness, but I do not get a big hop presence, which
I agree.
Double IPA, I expect.
That was my
first
impression when I sampled it at the brewery. I was like, I don't even taste hops here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they used. I don't think it says anywhere.
I don't believe so.
My take on this is, I think this is a tasty beer.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it's an IPA at any stretch of that.
Yeah, in fact, for an IPA is certainly not a double IPA.
The only way that it makes sense in my head that it's an IPA is if it's like back to traditional roots of the IPA, like they loaded it up with hops and then shipped it across the ocean to India for the English colonialism, colonists. And it had traveled so long that the hops had completely fallen off, and the hops were there just to preserve it. Then it's kind of like an IPA.
Interesting theory.
I mean, it could be an English-style IPA, which would be less hoppy, but they're calling it an Imperial IPA, which the English don't really have.
Yeah, so you would expect a lot of hop presence.
Right.
Were it not for the fact that I was just there and had it fresh off the tap, I might think, all right, the hops have fallen off in this bottle. But no, it's pretty much the same as what I had. Now for flavor, they're saying pine butterscotch, oddly enough, pineapple and leather.
I mean, I don't get pine. I get
Leather?
caramelly, malty, butterscotchiness. It tastes more caramelly than butterscotchy to me. Leather, I said earthy, but again, like the beer's flavor is good. I just wouldn't call it an Imperial IPA. Like I would call it like, based on its color and its sort of flavor profile, I'd call it like an Imperial Red Ale.
Like a Scotch ale.
Or yeah, Scotch ale would be great. Yeah, like a wee heavy because it's got those kind of flavors. Yeah. I think that'd be a better classification for it.
Huh. Yeah. So, what else?
I don't really have anything. I mean, mouthfeel, oily maybe. Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. It's actually alcohol-y.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a mouthfeel. Like alcohol slick maybe.
Something like that.
I think it's smooth. It's very lightly carbonated, which is kind of nice.
So, drinkability?
Again, I think it's drinkable. The alcohol presence is there. I know that it's there. At that 9%.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think the flavor is good. I think. I don't know if you like the flavor or not.
Yeah, it tastes good, but don't go into it thinking.
Yeah, this is not like
IPA.
You're not like gonna grab this and be like, all right, I'm expecting like a Bell's Two Hearted or something.
Yeah, no way. It's nothing like that. So,
I think calling it a Scottish ale or a wee heavy, which is the higher alcohol of those.
Yeah, that might be.
I think that would be a more apt descriptor.
Yeah. And I'll throw in again, if you didn't watch our other review, or maybe it's not up yet. They use all local ingredients. So here's another possibility. If they're using local hops, maybe those hops aren't as potent as something you can get elsewhere.
Right.
I know there's a lot of hop farms popping up all over here in upstate New York.
And we have not drank a plethora of New York ingredient IPAs. The ones that I have drank, I have noticed there's not a glut of really citrusy, big hop flavors that we're used to in out-of-state IPAs or out-of-state hops.
Right, so it might have something to do with the terroir.
Yeah, New York doesn't seem to have like a Citra, which is like, the go-to IPA hops. Or
so evidently in our area in the 1800s and thereabouts, it was a very big hop growing community around here. Since I've been around, nothing, but now things are coming back.
Sort of
people growing hops.
Yeah, revitalization.
It's kind of interesting. In fact, I'm planning on growing some myself here.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Starting.
We'll use them. We won't use them for an IPA most likely.
no, basically.
We'll see what happens.
Something else.
So, I'm torn because I like this beer, but based off of the style, the rating will be lower than.
Exactly.
The rating will be lower than I think the flavor warrants based off of its style.
If we were to review it as a
if this was like a Scotch ale, I'd probably give it like a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But as a double IPA, I'm 3.
I too am saying 3. I'm also saying 3.
Just because it doesn't taste.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to fit into that category.
But again, the flavor of this beer is great. Just go into it knowing that it's not going to taste like what you're expecting from a double IPA.
Yeah. But if you're in Middleburgh, check them out. It's certainly worth stopping in.
It's always nice to support your local brewery.
Absolutely.
Even if it's not so local to you.
They have a great logo too. I like that.
Yeah.